Hi guys, how are you all today afternoon? Good afternoon. Today is 7th February 2022. My name is T.S.V. Raghavan and I am a published author in Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Today, I wish to share the synopsis of one of my stories with you. All my fictional stories are quite interesting and readable, not because I have written them, but because they are indeed readable, and I can vouch for that because I have been a bookworm reading novels and books for the past 40 years. I know how a crime fiction or a story should appear to a reader or how it can grip a reader, and I'm sure that my stories will be quite gripping. Back to our sharing the synopsis of one of my stories. The name of this story is Mitravar. Mitravar in Hindi means friends. And the ASIN number of Mitravar is as follows: B0169VNR3K. I'll repeat: B0169VNR3K. Now, today we will talk about a synopsis of this particular story. Incidentally, I am from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. So, usually my stories have an Indian background. In this story, there are three friends: Mr. Dhananjay Tavde, Sanjana Roy, and Karthik Vishwanathan. Dhananjay Tavde is from Bombay, Sanjana Roy is a Bengali, and Karthik Vishwanathan is a Tamilian. These three became thick friends because their individual middle class families lived in individual flats in the same housing complex, and on a particular day on 6th October, all three were born at the same time in the same hospital in different beds. Thus, these three were not only of the same age, but they were also from the same housing complex. Not only that, they also studied in the same school, but they were as different from each other as chalk and cheese. Dhananjay Tavde was an athletic, strong, naughty, and unruly kid who loved more to play cricket than to go to school. Sanjana Roy was a very beautiful and pretty, dainty damsel. Karthik Vishwanathan, on the other hand, was academically inclined and quite studious by nature. Despite the differences, the three became thick as thieves. After they passed their 12th class, Dhananjay Tavde drops out of school and joins a local politician and don and starts working with him like as an odd job man and underling. Sanjana Roy is biding her time to do something good. She is very pretty and very much interested in her looks and her figure, etc. Karthik Vishwanathan, on the other hand, was not only studious and academically inclined, but he also developed an interest in photography, joined a studio, mastered the art, and even when he was doing college by correspondence, he joined a channel as a cameraman. Thanks to the good offices of Karthik Vishwanathan, Sanjana Roy lands some lucrative and juicy roles in TV serials and shows. Soon she graduates into films. Meanwhile, Dhananjay Tavde has to go through some very difficult and twisted and hard incidents that change his psyche completely. Karthik Vishwanathan comes to his help and takes Dhananjay into his fold. He introduces himself to his own channel people who give him a job as a news anchor. After some time, one day, Karthik Vishwanathan has to go to Chennai. In Chennai, some incidents take place that make Karthik come into the thick of crime and intrigue. At that time, Karthik Vishwanathan remembers a saying by Dhananjay Tavde, who had led a murky and criminal life before. Karthik, Dhananjay Tavde said once, there is a lot of difference between film world and underworld. In film world, there are several retakes, but in underworld, there are not. You make one slip in any incident in the underworld, Karthik, it is curtains for you. You cannot amend your mistakes again. This is not the film world where you can keep changing your work again and again, or the scenes that you shot again and again. Karthik remembers this sage advice from his best friend Dhananjay Tavde because suddenly Karthik finds himself in the thick of action and intrigue in Chennai. What happened to him, how he got in there, and what are the reactions of various people because of this is the actual crux of this story. This story is a drama turned crime fiction and then murder mystery. This, this drama has several very interesting characters, people who are not only from the actual world but also from the underworld, the police station, and the film world. What ultimately happens in the climax to Karthik, Dhananjay Tavde, and Sanjana Roy is a very interesting story that will keep the reader riveted to his or her seat. Kindly read this story and let me know what you think of it. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep informing you of my other videos. Until next time when we meet in my next video, it is good afternoon from TSV Raghavan.